Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. I want to give this a couple minutes, let some people get in here to go over what I wanted to talk about today, which is rental cars and my cancer situation. So, you stop in if you're here, just hit the like and subscribe and say something in the chat. And we'll get to talking about what I wanted to in a couple minutes. See if we can get some more people in here. Thank you for joining me, though. I appreciate it. I'm doing pretty good today. Just got out of the hot tub, so went on a nice little walk. Blue Jay Hotel, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We'll be walking and talking today. Show you guys some of the things that I'm doing, thinking about, and everything else. Um, I think we're going to be doing pretty good here coming up here soon. I think we got some things figured out. So, working on your game. What game you working on? Yeah, I've been playing a couple games myself with the time I've had off. Hopefully that will be ending soon. And I will not be having time off here very soon. So I'll finish up on my gaming. But yeah, I'm going downstairs, Bubba. Um, we're going to go downstairs in my little podcasting area slash live area slash anything YouTube area. While you're here, I'll give you let me go to my camera and show you. This is my basement. This is where everything happens. You're testing it? Okay. This is my basement. This is actually where I stay too. But here's my TV. This is sometimes where I sit to do some of my videos and my lives. Usually I have my chair right there, but I have the TV in the background, the Xbox Series X. Here's obviously my GoPro 360 with my thing right there. So when you see me doing some other videos too, no, that's what it's sitting on. My GoPro is sitting on that. And then honestly, you see that little thing right here? That's where I kind of set my phone like this. And that's where I talk to you guys at. Like, so yeah, thank you. So that's honestly where that will be. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about honestly is the rental car situation. In case you guys don't know, I am a gig worker and I've done gig work for 5 years. A lot of it is out of necessity. My daughter has a really weak immune system, and I have to do this type of job because if I had a job where you have to go report and everything, I'd get fired because I would just miss work because my daughter gets sick a lot. So I do gig work for that. Well, about 2 weeks ago, my car just didn't. I drove my car one night, did some work, did DoorDash, came home, everything was fine. Went to start the car the next day and it wouldn't start. Figured the starter went out, so we had it towed to NTB, National Tire and Battery, but they do some work and it was close to my house, so the tow wasn't going to be very much. Ended up not costing me anything because I got it through my insurance. They put a brand new starter on and it still wouldn't start, so they went and pulled the motor up, and that's when they saw the timing chain was busted on my motor. So I mean that's a blown motor. Um, Pretty much you can replace the timing chain and and the 9 components that go with it, which is about $600, but you have to pull the motor. I don't have any of that and I don't know how to do any of that. So yeah, motor gone. But I sold the car for $500 as is. No, yes, I do have the cancer. No, you're good, spams. Well, right now, if you guys hadn't known, I had the surgery done in the end of May, and I had to wait 90 days, and that 90 days is up in August 27th, and I go back to the urologist where they stick another camera in my to see if there is what they call residual cancer left because they took the tumor out, but they're worried, just I think like they always are, that there's residual cancer left behind. And if there is residual cancer left behind, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But when they go in on the 27th of August, I'll know right away. if there's residual cancer because the camera will show all that. I don't know how that is, but hey, Caleb, but it will show that if there's residual cancer left, and if there is, then I have to get chemotherapy through a. Thank you very much, Blue Jay. I have to get chemotherapy through a bag. The thing that helps you pee. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they have to do it directly into my bladder, not like your traditional chemo where you're IV'd up and it goes through your body. They will treat it right in the bladder. Um, and I'll have to do that twice a week for 3 months. Thank you very much, Caleb. So like I'm still worried. Obviously, I'm trying to stay positive as much as I can. I stopped smoking. I do not smoke at all. 100% completely quit that a couple months ago. About 3 days before I had the surgery, I stopped smoking completely. So there's no smoking, no vaping, no nothing. It's been a pretty good. Wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I mean, it was hard for the first couple days, but I guess when you compare like having cancer, even though it's not lung cancer, I mean, they say bladder cancer still caused by smoking also one of the causes. I don't know. I just know it's kind of I'll definitely will, Caleb. I know it's kind of defeats the purpose if you have cancer to smoke, and so I'll cut that completely out. And I'm trying to cut sugars out, but it's not easy. um I'll get there eventually, but everything will be told on August 27th, and hopefully I come back cleared. And if I do, what will happen then is once a year, I will have to get that same procedure done to make sure nothing's come back for the rest of my life. Not for like the first 4 years and then like high five and you're good, you can go. I will at least, at the bare minimum, at the best case scenario, I have no cancer left. I will have to still get that scope once a year for the rest of my life. And it sucks to be 40 years old and to be diagnosed with a bladder cancer that typically isn't diagnosed in people less than 50. Oh, really? I didn't know that. My wife, I'll ask my wife about that. My wife is a toker boy. Um, um, but yeah, so I mean that's what I'm gonna have to do with the sugar. I'm gonna have to cut it out. I've been drinking more water, and I've been drinking some diet soda instead of regular soda. Um, it's kind of a trade-off, honestly, like for real sugar to the other sugar that can mess with your brain. Um, yeah, just trying to get that cleared away, but my car blew up, and everybody who knows I was the gig worker. So what I'm doing is it's going to be tough. Well, it's not going to be tough. I'll just read what I have here for you. I'm going to rent a car. I didn't know that DoorDash has a deal with Hertz where gig workers, and Uber does too, can go rent cars, unlimited mileages for as long as they need it. Um, it kind of makes no sense, but I'm glad they do because it's going to help me. Thank you, Caleb. So for a mid-size, I'm looking at, I'll show you guys right here, because I already have the rental reserved. I don't know if you guys can see this, but let me see. It is $482.46 for 2 weeks. So you cash that out, it's about $1,000 a month. You see that 2 weeks, $267.57. After all the fees, unlimited miles, which is the super important one, it comes out to be $482.46. Um, Now I'm going to be doing a vlog series about that. And what I mean by a vlog series is there might be some days where the videos will be longer than others. Some days will have big breakdown videos of the rental car and working. But basically, what I'm going to do is for $1,000 a month, I'm going to rent a car that I don't have to get tires on when they run out. I don't have to. No, I agree, Caleb. But when you have $0 to your name and you have little to no credit, this is the only option because I haven't done any work for the past 3 weeks. I just sold my car that blew up for $500, and it just so happens to be enough for a rental car for 2 weeks. I'll give you to like this. It's the kind of example I'll tell you. It's kind of like selling drugs. If you buy a pound for 1,200 and you make 2,700 off it, then you have $1,500 profit. And was it worth it? Yeah, absolutely, because you made $1,500 profit. Now, like I said, the $1,000 is, and I'll show you what I make. Well, what I made when I was working, and I haven't worked for about 3 weeks, but um, but this will let you know kind of the ballpark that I'm looking at. I I have to make obviously more than $1,000. If I make more than $1,000, then everything after that is net profit, and I'm bringing in $0 right now. So yes, that's more than a car payment is. But in my case, I don't have the money to put down on a car. They need more than $500, and for my case, they probably want about 2,500 to 3,000. I just don't have the money. So like this is the next best thing, and I'll show you what I make every week. Yeah, and it's the same as I go with my own insurance. The liability is included. Um, just like my own personal car insurance. I have an older car. If someone fucks and if someone hits me and everything, then it's covered. It's on them. If I fuck it up, then it's on me. Same kind of thing with the rental car. I've never been in an accident. That was my fault. I've been in two accidents, both of them rear-ended. So if something like that happens, I'm 100% covered. So yes, it does come with it because in any state they have to roll out liability. They can't rent a car without them themselves having that car covered. And I don't need myself covered. I have my own car insurance for that dumb shit. If something happens to me behind the wheel of the insurance company, my insurance company will cover that. I've already talked to them about that. But let me just show you real quick what I made the last couple weeks before all hell broke loose, and I basically had no car. All right, see, there's that. It was 1,200, 1,000, 911, 596, 681, 595, and that 383 was in 2 days, and that's when my car broke down. But this is when I was hitting on all cylinders. And as you can tell, the slow week right there, the June 3rd to June 9th, $596 will be enough to cover it for 2 weeks. That 1,244 is enough to cover it for a month and then some. So um, I'm like I said, I'm going to be doing a vlog series about this, and I'm going to be showing everything from the good, the bad, the ugly, the is it worth it? We're going to do this, and I'm here to show attention to whether or not this is something that maybe we should do um, going forward because it we don't have to maintenance the car. We don't have to worry about the tires. If something breaks down, it's not on us. Like it's covered. So like literally we are making the money to to take care of what I need to, pay for the rental car, pay my bills, have like 3 or 400, and it's not much. I only have 3 or 400 left to myself, but all my bills will be paid. The car will be paid. Yeah, I well, they include the oil. I do my own gas, and if I make 3,000, I said if I need to minimum make 2,500 a month, but I normally make about 3,000 a month. If I minimally just say minimum 2,500, say I want a couple days off that month, 1,000 will go to the and I'll break all this down too. 1,000 will go to the car, 300 will go into gas, and if that's 1,300, which leaves me 1,200 if I make the bare minimum, and my bills going out are about 900, 1,000 at the most, but about 900. So at the minimum, I have $200 to $300 my own money after everything, and have no responsibility for oil, for tires, for brakes, and everything else that in the life of that we live in doing this job. I just wish I would have known about this a year or two ago, that I could have saved my car because I had a lot of sentimental to that car. It was my grandmother's car, and that's the last thing I had of my grandmother's. Um, so I wish I would have known about this way beforehand, but you live and you learn. So, and like I said, I don't know for sure if this is as easy as this seems. I've talked to them on the phone. I've looked up all the terms and conditions, the terms of service. Um, all of it seems pretty straightforward. There is no cap on mileage. There is no limit on where you can drive, how you can drive. Um, Nothing like that. Nothing, and it's a partner. Hey, Pickle Squad. It is a partnership with DoorDash and Hertz, so they know what you're doing it for. So it's not like there's something in the contract of, oh, you can't do gig work because the promo code that gives me the discount is a DoorDash discount. So like, and the insurance, like I said, I'm not covering I'm not picking up the extra insurance, and that extra insurance is an extra $350 every 2 weeks, an extra 700 a month, which would be ridiculous. But all that does is cover if I hit somebody. But like it's a waste of money if somebody hits me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pickle Squad. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I've been going through it too, man. Um, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make a vlog every day. Some videos might be 2, 3 minutes. Some videos might need to be 6 or 7 minutes. Some might need to be 12 or 13 so I can give the breakdown, show what's going on. But literally, I am going to, as far as like the contract of the rental car, we'll have it up here with you guys in my videos. Um, and we'll kind of just give you a peek behind the curtain every day because I want other dashers, other gig workers, spark drivers, anybody who does this work, if they can afford to not have every penny, because at the end of the day, no one wants to be vehicleless. And unfortunately, I am vehicleless 100%. And I've, I would have rather spent $1,000 a month for the past 2 years on a rental car and had no money to myself, but all my bills paid and still had my car than the situation I'm in now, where I have no car and I got to do this anyways. So that's on me. And I should have realized this. I should have known that was an idea or even an option. I didn't know. So all right, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I guess it went out in my basement. Sometimes I can go in my basement and do what I need to do, and sometimes I can't. Yeah, I'm back. Like I said, sometimes I can go in the basement, and sometimes I can't. I'm gonna take you outside for a little bit, anyways. Um, so like that's where I'm at right now. It's not a big thing. Like, is $1,000 a lot of money? 100%. If I had money like that, would I buy a car? Absolutely. But here's at the end of the day, if I bought a car, guess what? I'd probably still rent the car. Now knowing what I know now, I would have I wouldn't want to blow up my car. You know what I mean? Like I put 150,000 miles on my car in 5 years. It's a lot of miles. Not to mention my car was old. My car is a 2007 Chevy Cobalt. They weren't made to last long. It lasted a lot longer than it ever had any business doing. So I'm I can live with the fact that my car blew up. Now it's on to the next thing. I've been sitting here for 2.5 weeks, not bringing in one penny to my family or anybody else. So when I found out that I could rent a car for $482, I believe it said, and 67 cents every 2 weeks, it became a real option to get my ass out of this house. No, it's not bad. So like I had to make moves. Realistically, yes, $1,000. It's a lot of money. But hell, at the end of the day, I'll be making money, and it's a lot better than what I'm doing now. Yeah, that's a lot of miles. And like I said, you guys saw what I make. Um, if I can just pull those numbers, like I'll give you the 1,244. That was working 60 hours that week. 153 deliveries, $1,244. Because I'm going to be completely real with you. Um, Thank you, Blue Jay. I have to get back to work. And when I do, because I'm renting a car and everything, I will be working like I had been before, like a maniac, because I have to. Because I have bills to pay, I have a family to take care of, and I have no other choice. Now, when tax season comes, great. And I'm not making that much money on YouTube right now. And I'm really not making anything because I had to take a break off YouTube because obviously my content is gig work and I haven't been able to do no gig work for 3 weeks. So I've literally had no content. That's my fault for also putting myself in a position where if something happened to my gig work, lose my content for my YouTube channel. My car blew up, Pickle Squad, and I'm renting a car to use it for gig work. It's going to cost me $1,000 a month to rent a car. So yeah, I mean, I projected it 2,500 to 3,000 a month. I'm doing just fine. I'm paying bills and I have some money to my name. A lot better than going here, sitting here going crazy. Um, Thank you for saying that because I'm gonna be really honest with you. Mentally, my mental piece has been a mess. Um, just gonna be honest with you. When you go from being able to be a big provider to your family to not providing a damn thing, and this is the worst time to do it when school's about to start. You need to buy your daughter school clothes. You need to get her hair cut. You need to go get her school supplies and everything else. And then this happens, and you can't make a dollar. It affects your mental stability as well, and 100% has. So that's another reason why this is a very good option because it's going to get my head back out of bad thoughts and everything else. Yes, Miss Janetta. Thank you so much. Because I've had some dark thoughts, and look. I'm not a person who struggles with um, my mental piece. I don't. But because of this, I've struggled so badly over the past 2.5 weeks. I'm just going to keep it real 100 with y'all. It is affecting my marriage. It is affecting my house. It is obviously is affecting my parenting to a point. Um, I've become a real depressed asshole, just to be completely honest. Not that I want to be, not that I'm trying to be, but when you're put in this position, and again, I kind of put myself in this position, not because I'm doing gig work, because I have no choice, but because I didn't have a better option, because I didn't have money saved up. When it's hard to save money up, obviously, when you have four daughters, um, I did the best I could with what I had. I just wish I could have known I could have rented a car. That's it. Out of all the things that I wish I would have known a couple years ago because my grandmother's car, that's mine. It's my car, but it'll always be my grandmother's car. Would still be here. It would still be running because I would have rented a car and destroyed those cars. And I'm sure Hertz don't put you in good cars. I'm sure they put you when they see you're the DoorDash guy. They'll put you in with some of their beaters that are mileage ran to shit, and that's okay because all I need is the car to get around that I don't have to be responsible for if something happens. So Kelly Belly, hey, how you doing? Um, so my daughter gets married on Saturday. So what's gonna happen is on Tuesday, I'm gonna go pick up the car. And I'm gonna go pick it up probably in the morning so I can pick it up, inspect it, and obviously I'm gonna be doing vlog videos. So I'm gonna be the video guy that shows other dashers is it sustainable to rent a car? And the money we save from not using our own personal car. Like we're gonna cover that end too. Like how much we're gonna save from not having to put brakes, struts, rotors, oil changes, tires. Like the money we save from that. Like so you're gonna see the whole breakdown in vlog style. I'm doing better. I'm doing better, Kelly. We figured something out for me to get back to work, so we're doing a lot better. Um, And then hopefully, like I said, when that starts back up, I get my gig work back going. My YouTube money, as little as it is, it's still YouTube money, and will trickle in monthly. And like last month, I made $150 um, on YouTube. It's $150 I never thought I'd have made on YouTube in my life. So like that money will help go to things that I need. Um, so like I'm very excited where we're going here. I hope it works out as well as I think it will. Um, I'm a good planner, and I know what I have to do personally to make sure this works financially. Um, and you guys already know I don't mind working. I'll put in the work. It's not an issue. Um, so like yeah. And right now, technically, I'm still a platinum dasher. I don't know how. I haven't done an order in about 3 weeks, but I am still a platinum DoorDash driver, which is awesome. And will probably be for like the next week, which is perfect because I need to be when I start going again. This means I can dash anytime. I'll get the top orders, and I'm going to need that renting a car. 100%, I'm going to need that. So, but I'm also going to be doing Spark to because Spark, what they that is I make a little more money with a little less mileage. Now it's not always a certain thing. I might get 2 or 3 Spark orders a day. And that could be about $60 and about 20 miles. But that could be over like a 5 hour span and do DoorDash in between those. So like that's also a very, very good plan of action for myself. I'm gonna be running more apps. Um and depending on this car, it might be ride share friendly. I might actually do a little bit of ride share work too. Um, but I probably won't do that until I know I made my money. And then I can venture in the ride share just to see if I can make money. Because I don't want to try to play around with it and find out I can't make money and then jeopardize making the money I need to like re rent the car and all my bills and stuff. So like I think this is a good plan. I think it's going to be good. And then I'm not going to be renting a car. Like I will turn the car in on the 26th because that's when I have my cancer procedure on the 27th, and I'm not going to be able to work for 3 or 4 days after the procedure. So I will have turned the rental car in by then. This way, when I am ready to go back to work, I already have the money to re-rent it again. I just don't want to have it for 3 days and not do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to be wasted where I'm like, I've wasted 4 days of the rental because it's sat because I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. And then for the last 3 days of the rental, I have to go make the $500. Then I can do that, but I don't want to put that much pressure on myself coming from my cancer procedure. So, um, yeah, I mean, and again, I'm going to be doing member videos 100%, still doing those. Um, to give and to do a little bit more peek behind the curtain on my member only videos and stuff like that, my normal life, not my work life, but highlight some of my normal life, what I do on there and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm going to be hitting all aspects and try to make this work and try to show other dashers, hey, maybe this is what we need to do. There's a reason why Uber and DoorDash have these um, contracts with your Hertz and your Avises and your Enterprises. Um, there's a reason for it. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing it because, I mean, maybe they are. Because I mean, they don't give it. I mean, because I guess they're showing you that they don't want you to blow up your car. Also, they're like, hey, you can rent a car and still deliver food with us. So come deliver. Go rent a car. It's cheap with the compared to what the amount of money you can make. So I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely all into this. Has anybody talked to the dashing investor? Um, well, you tell me ready when and let's go.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah, once we're done showing, we're gonna start the timer. Ready?
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was crazy. Has anybody talked to the investor? I have not talked to the investor in over a month. Um, so how's everybody been doing? Miss Chanetta, have you been doing any gig work? How's it going for you? Pickle Squad, how's it going? If you're still here, let me know. Don't worry, we're gonna get these lives back going again. We ain't been doing them very much. That's gonna change too. Midwest, you're not lying, Midwest. And I'll be honest with you, my stress level is gonna go way down also when I can get back to making money. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You know those like $5 for 3 miles, they're not gonna look so bad. At least when I first start again, because I haven't done an order in 3 weeks. And would you believe this, Midwest Panther? That I'm still a platinum driver. Haven't put one order in 3 weeks. And my deliveries in the last 34 days are 204. 3 weeks ago, that was at 853. So I'm still at 204 over the last 30 days. So when I go get this rental car on the 5th, there's a good chance I'm still going to be a platinum driver, which is obviously is what I'm going to need to facilitate this easiness of making this money. Because like I said, I'm gonna do a vlog series and just kind of show the ins and outs of the rental car and is it worth it and the money you'll save. It's everything. I'm doing everything smooth operator. I'm kind of trying to do a hodgepodge. Um, I was just talking about the work I've been doing. My car blew up like about a month ago, but I was a gig worker. If you look at my timeline, but yeah, I'd absolutely do politics, talk about anything on here. I've done some politic lives. Um, in the comment, this was just about like my cancer and getting back to work. Um, but I've done politic lives and I have politic videos. Um, and also I'm about to drop one about I've already made it. I just have to edit it about the attempted assassination of President 45 and my thoughts and facts about that. And was it an inside job? And I have a lot of facts to bring to that. Um, and that video is about 12 minutes long, but some good information with that. Um, but yeah, but that's kind of what I do here, smooth operator. Just kind of go with the flow, hit the punches, kind of do a little bit of everything. Try not to pigeonhole my channel. Yeah, absolutely. Because I have some daddy daughter pranks in my videos and my shorts. Um, I don't want to pigeonhole myself in one area. Yeah, I don't want to pigeonhole myself in one area because, like I said, my car broke down and it blew up, and I'm just getting to go back to work next week after 3 weeks. So I need to have other content on my channel. So yeah, a little bit for everybody. The comedy stuff with my kid. It was a 2007 Chevy Cobalt. It was an older car. It had 180,000 miles on it. I put 150,000 miles on it in 5 years. 5 years ago, it only had 30,000 miles. That was before I got into DoorDash. The minute I got in the DoorDash, obviously the miles just started going up, 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 up. Um, and yeah, I mean it's tough. And you better believe I am. I'm doing lives. Like I got a lot of views on the when Trump, like I broke on here live when Trump first got shot. Um, and I think I got like 12,000 people came in that live by the time it was all said and done. And it only went for about an hour and a half, the live did. Um, but I know politics very well. I cover politics. I've followed politics since I was like 5. That's no shit. Since the Gore Bush election in '91. So I was more like 8, but you get my point. I was born in '83. That was in '91, and then the election was in '92. Yeah. So I've been covering it for a long time. So I know at least what I talk about when I'm because I pay attention to people's policies. I pay attention to people's voting record. Um, so like I just don't come out here and say, oh, I can't do Harris because she's a woman, or oh God, I can't do Trump because he's a criminal. Um, I come based on facts. Now, don't get me wrong, both of those are factual. Kamala Harris is a woman, Donald Trump is a criminal. Those are both facts. But I try to deep more into deep delve than just those two things. Because for me personally, unfortunately, what a lot of people don't want to talk about is morals doesn't run this country. Politicians run this country. And a lot of some of the best policies we have in the world were brought in by some of the most scumbaggiest people in the world. Like, for the most part, politicians are scumbags. You have a handful of them that are good people. Good. Our president right now is a good guy. He's a good guy. I don't wish anything bad about him. I think as a president, he sucks. And I voted Democrat and Republican. So I'm an independent. I'm not like this Republican who's never voted Democrat and thinks all Democrats are the devil and vice versa. Um, I just think Joe wasn't a good president, but he's a good guy. He's a great guy. Um, just not a good president. Not everybody's made to be made to be president, and that's all that was. He became president because a perfect storm allowed him. Donald Trump went through COVID and went through, he couldn't shut his mouth. Um, he couldn't stop himself from getting himself in trouble. So that was his problem. And with COVID, it was easy for Joe Biden to win. And it still wasn't easy. But he won a couple states that he had no business winning. Like Georgia should have never been a Democratic state ever. But that just shows you how much that state was fed up with Donald Trump through COVID. Absolutely. But that shows you Georgia was done with Donald Trump as far as um COVID and him running his mouth. But what I will say this about Trump, because you'll hear me trash him and you'll hear me tell, hey, when he's right, he's right. He kept talking about China and the COVID, and it was coming from the Wuhan lab. And our whole government was like, shut up, Donald. That's not true. Shut up. And it comes out once Joe Biden's president. Oh, yeah. By the way, COVID was leaked through um, a lab in China. They always knew it was leaked through China. The problem of it was they just didn't want to talk about that. They didn't want to screw the their political relationship with China. They didn't want to bury them, and especially right away. Um, and Donald Trump already didn't like China, so like it was really easy for him to tell the truth there. And I've always said, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, and Donald Trump was telling the truth about that. When everyone thinks Donald Trump is a lying fool, which he is, even a lying fool can tell the truth once in a while. And he was telling the truth, and no one wanted to hear it. Fast forward a couple of years, people were like, huh, guess the crazy asshole was right. And he was. And then don't get me started on the fact that this attempted assassination, a lot of things had to happen for that gunman to get a shot off. And when I say a lot of things had to happen, I mean a lot of things people had to turn their head to for that to happen. Um, just call it what it is. Our government has been proven over the years to back in the 60s, 50s, try to assassinate political opponents like Fidel Castro, a couple other people from a couple other countries. So our country's not above assassinating people of power. And a lot of people think that they had something to do with Kennedy. And there's some information that also would make you believe that the government might have had something to do. Hey, Princess has something to do with Kennedy, but who knows? Princess, how's work going? So love it. See, I told you we talk about everything here, smooth operator. Um, Princess, you killing it on work? We're on here, having a good time. Don't forget to like the live, everybody. I'd appreciate that. I tell you to share it out, but I don't know if that works or not. So, but yeah, Princess, we are what? Going great. That's awesome. We are not too far away, Princess, from me getting back to work. I probably would have already got the rental car this weekend, but my daughter's getting married, so I'm not even going to be in town, um, which is good. YouTube, but I will go pick it up YouTube, on Tuesday, because we get back in town on Monday. So I'm gonna go pick it up Tuesday morning and get to work right Tuesday morning after I inspect the car and everything, sign off on, make sure there's nothing wrong with it. YouTube, because I will say that's going to be the very important thing to do when you rent a car is you have to go over it with a fine tooth comb, make sure there's nothing wrong with it or anything. Oh, if you double tap the screen, it automatically likes it. That's cool. Um, Midwest Panther, do you do Uber, by the way? Um, my wife got a message from Uber Eats stating that customers want to be preferred to be set up with people who have hot bags. Because guess what? We should be delivering in hot bags anyways. But apparently, Uber customers have been bitching so much to Uber about it. Now that Uber has a link where you upload your hot bags to Uber's website to show them you have hot bags, and they're going to link you with customers that are specifically requesting to be with people who have hot bags. And that's Uber's fault, by the way, because when you sign up for Postmates, they gave you a bullshit little Postmate bag. When you signed up for Uber Eats, I mean for Grubhub, they gave you bags. When you signed up for DoorDash, they gave you a hot bag. Uber Eats is the only one that never gave you a bag when you signed up for it. At least I didn't. When I signed up for Uber Eats 5 years ago, never got a bag. So that's the only company that does this. Yeah. But yeah, so my wife just got the text message yesterday about it. So like she is uploading hers, even though she has a normal job, she does occasionally do that when she needs a couple dollars here and there. You damn right, Isaac. I mean, anybody who doesn't use hot bags are crazy. I mean, I have my DoorDash bags. I have my like right here when I clean my car out, I'm looking at my three DoorDash catering bags, my black catering bag, my two DoorDash hot bags, tote bags. They need to be in bags. Like I would just give you to be honest with you. I've had occasionally where like literally I'll deliver here and the next delivery will be across the street. On that case, unless I know I'm going to hit a light or something, it's probably riding in my passenger seat. But I always keep my catering bag in my front seat. This way I can just drop it in my catering bag. Um, so yeah, like 100%. I don't know why people don't use bags. I think it's just people who think this job is a joke, who don't take it serious. Maybe, I don't know. I just know for sure that if I have someone delivering my food, which I don't have my food delivered, if I did have someone deliver my food, I would like to see it in a bag. I don't want to see them just coming out of the car with it, unless it's something that can't go in a bag. Um, and that I get. So that happens. Obviously, like I think depending on how big the bag, like IHOP and Cracker Barrel are my two bags that I usually put in my catering bag and just let them sit in that because depending on how big and wide, they won't fit in my DoorDash tote bag. And so that therefore that one kind of does suck for those two places. But outside of that, yeah, everything else goes in a bag. I've had respect for this job, as silly as people think this job is. It pays money. It pays the bills. It's taken care of my family for 5 years. I have to rent a car to do this job now, but even with renting a car, I'm still going to be making $1,500 to $2,000 profit after the rental car, and that's going to cost me 1,000 a month because my car blew up. So um, I'm going to do the vlog series, Isaac and Midwest Panther. I hope you guys. It's going to break down money that I make, everything to the how much a day basically it costs to rent the car, and basically we're just going to go with it for a couple months and see is it worth that I think it is, and then try to bring it to light to other drivers that say, hey, maybe I shouldn't put all this wear and tear on my vehicle. I could actually save money, believe it or not, if I rent a car and I can leave my car parked and just put the mileages on a car that I don't have to be responsible for maintenance. Because that was another thing that I looked up in the fine tooth, like don't have to take care of any of the maintenance. Because I made sure, like when it came, make sure that they didn't try to handle me for yeah, Midwest Panther. Well, that's going to be starting on Tuesday. Um, Just you're gonna have to wait a couple days for it because I do have a membership only. I have like people who subscribe to my now you can get the 99-cent membership, the small one, but I'm gonna make it available to them for maybe a day ahead before I drop it. So just wait a day. Like say I put it out on Tuesday, that'll be for members only. Wednesday it'll come out. So it'll just be a day behind. And I'm gonna make it for all levels of the membership. Um, also, like I said, because I've started making money on YouTube. Um, but I'm absolutely because I think it's good because I want other people to know I put myself in a shitty position. Like I didn't realize one day it was all going to be gone. And I know that sounds silly, like it does. But when you're in the thick of the trenches, when you're in the middle of working your ass off to pay all your bills, knowing that, yep, I got oil changes, struts, rotors. The last thing I thought about was my car blowing up. I did think my transmission might go, and that would have been a cheaper fix. That one I might have fixed because I looked at that one. That would have cost me about 2,200. I'm running it through Hertz. Hertz and DoorDash has a thing through them. If you just go like on Google and say DoorDash for Hertz or Hertz rental DoorDash, it'll pop right up. Um, and I don't know. Did you see how much it's going to cost me? I know I put up the price. I just wasn't sure if you were on here when I showed it to you. But it's going to cost $482 for every 2 weeks. Um, on the grand scheme of things, is that a lot? Yeah, but when you're not making any money, you don't have money to put down on a car. And honestly, I'm gonna get my own car come tax season because also the other thing about this rental car is I don't know how it is in every state, but in Virginia, I do get a percentage of the rental car money that I put into it back at the end of the year, my taxes. I think Virginia, it's either 20 or 30%. I don't know which one, but any percent, to be perfectly honest with you, is good. 10% would be fine. If I spent $5,000 for the rest of the year on the rental car and I got 10% of that back, it'd give me 500 back. Oh, did you? Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Um, oh, do you, Jimbo? Well, welcome from Virginia Beach. What's going on, man? I had a brother who lived in Virginia Beach for a while. Um, um, but it's going to be a very, very good series. And I want to make sure that, like I said, my people who pay for the membership get what they want, get what they pay for, make sure they're still getting what they get. Um, and this is going to be a hell of a series. Thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's been a bad year. My car blew up. I was diagnosed with bladder cancer, had surgery to remove the tumor out of my bladder. Have to go back at the end of this month to make sure I'm cancer free. Have to get a scope put in and won't be able to work for 3 or 4 days after that because I will just be bleeding for 3 or 4 days straight. And yeah. Um, I think the best thing that's happened so far this year happens this Saturday. My daughter's getting married, my second oldest daughter. It's going to be amazing. But it's been outside of that, it's been a pretty fucked up year. I'm just going to be honest with you. My marriage, not great. A lot of it's on me. A lot of it's because of this situation. Um, I haven't been in the best headspace. So it's kind of affected my family. Starting to get in a better headspace because I see that there's a way to start making money again. And that when you go from being the biggest provider of your family to not providing at all, to not being able to go afford a $2 soda, like that sucks. Like that sucks. When I have to ask my mother-in-law, like I did earlier, can I borrow $15 so I can go get my daughter a couple Lunchables and stuff from the store? Like that sucks. And that's as real as it can get, man. You're never gonna get a more real YouTuber on here that vlogs about his life that will tell you as much about my life as I do. I will tell you everything and anything about my life, because if you guys are going to take the time to get to know me, to be here, you should get to know the real me. Not just the, hey, I just made $30 on an order me. Hey, not the, hey, I think Donald Trump and Kamala Harris is going to be a tight election me. Not the, hey, me and my daughter has a daddy daughter prank like this one. Watch this one. I like this one.
Hey, Dad, I made you some deviled eggs.
Oh, that's cool. You got paprika.
Frank.
I am going to get you. So like I'm there's a lot to me, and I will give you guys every part of me. And I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys taking the time. If you watch a video, every video you guys watch, I make a penny off of. Like, and I know a penny is just a penny, but if enough of you guys watch it, a penny becomes $1. $1 becomes five. Five becomes 10. And these are all things that honestly would help me right now in my life of not having much. I will never ask or crowd raise fund money. Never. You'll never see my Cash App on here. You'll never hear me say, hey, I need money. Hit me up. Never. What you'll hear me say is, hey, I put a product out for you guys. If you wouldn't mind watching the video, I will tell you, hey, I have a members only channel, or I have a members only part of my YouTube that I'll put things out for you guys first. That is giving you a service. That is, but you'll never hear me ask for money ever. But yeah, so like that's the plan. That's everything that's gonna happen. I'm trying to live vicariously through my people here. Princess, how much money you made so far? And thank you, Jimbo. I do appreciate you being here for me, um, listening to me and stuff like that. It's just I'm not a person who has mental problems, but this having this situation will make you have mental problems real quick, and that's just as honest can get. Like you, it sucks, but it looks like we're coming out of it, and that's good because I will be back on here, providing content, being in a better mood, won't be so damn depressed, and we're gonna cross our fingers. Come the end of August, I'm cancer free. Because if I'm not, that's gonna be a whole different problem. I'm gonna be working and getting chemo at the same time because I can't take time off like that. So like we need me to be cancer free. Let's just put it that way. Shit, Princess, let's go. Let's go, Princess. Princess is a member on my channel, a hard hitter. I appreciate you, Princess, so much, guys. And Princess is a content creator herself on this in this genre of gig work. Um, so go support her. That is her YouTube name and channel. Um, I'd appreciate that because in this world, man, we all need to follow. A subscribe is free. Watching a video someone puts whether it's good or not, someone put their hard time into it. Check it out. You might actually like it. I have a couple videos out. Like I have the day 1 through 7 challenge, where I accepted every order, did not decline one for 7 straight days. I also have a video of me going head to head with another content YouTube creator on DoorDash in his hometown of Martinsburg, West Virginia. On my videos, check out. Oh, yes, Princess. We get you, Princess. Thank you very much. And I'm going vlog style with the rental car series. So, and then I do know I'm going to try to maybe get another couple different rental cars, but I think the way they were talking, they want me to kind of stick with one. And I can't be mad at that because they know I'm about to put some miles on their car. So I don't think they want to just give me this car, that car, that car, and just mile the shit out of all their cars. So I think I might end up having to be with the same car, but who knows? And then if I can really do some good, and I will say this, if my rental car series is good as I think it will be, and I do think it will be good, I think I'll get a lot of views out of it with the consistency of everything. And if I can make some money off those videos from just being watched and stuff, I will do rideshare for a week in a Tesla, like the self-driving car, because they do give a discount for those. I need to make money though. We're talking like 6 months down the road if I can make money off these. But I would do rideshare for a week on a self-driving car. Only a week though, and that would be a pretty dope series. Um, I miss you, Princess. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, everybody, Jimbo, uh, Midwest, everybody who is here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we're finally getting some rain. It hasn't rained in forever, but it's still not raining enough. Our grass is brown. That's how long it's been since we've had rain. And it'll rain here and there for like 5 minutes. And anybody knows when you've went over a month without rain, 10-minute rain isn't going to do shit. So yeah, we need to get that cracking. Well, everybody, thank you guys for joining. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, I'll be back on here tomorrow or the next day before my daughter gets married, just to kind of give you a touch back on what's going on with everything. And I might go live from my daughter's wedding, not during it, but while I'm down on vacation, because we rented a cabin while we're there for 2 days. So it's kind of like a mini vacation, which I don't need a vacation. I've been on vacation for about 3 weeks. But thank you guys. Please watch my videos. It helped me tremendously. Every video gets watched. I earn a little bit, a couple cents here and there. So thank you so much, everybody. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.